Hi, I'm Bill Myers, and this is another one of my video tips of the week. In this week's video tip, we're going to look at the best free text-to-speech program that's out there. Now, text-to-speech is where you take a textual document, it can be a PDF or a doc or text, even Microsoft Word, and you use a program to convert it into human-sounding voice. There are a number of programs out there that can do this, including some online services as well as apps for mobile phones. But today we're going to look at a free one that works with Windows, and it's called Balabolka. And it's free, and this is what the website looks like. It'll convert your text using computer voices or natural voices into a WAV or MP3, MP4, OGG, or WMA file. And it can also open files like Doc, DocX, EPUBs, MOBIs, PDFs, RDFs, just about any kind of file. It uses the Microsoft voices that are on your computer, or you can add more voices. Rather than talk about it, let me just show you how it works. First thing you want to do is download the program itself. There's the download link right there. Once you download it, you'll want to install it. And when you start it up, it's going to look like this. And to use the program, what you do is you paste in the text that you want to convert to speech into the bottom bar here. We're going to paste in some text from the first few paragraphs of one of my novels, Mango Blues. It's available at Amazon. Once we have the text pasted in, we can choose the voice that we want it read back in. On your Windows computer, you're going to have two voices. You're going to have Microsoft David and Microsoft Zera. But you can also buy other voices. Now, I've bought a number of voices, but since you're probably only going to have these two voices on your computer, we'll use those. Now, on the voices, you can change the rate, and this is the speed the voice is going to be reading. You can also change the pitch, so if you want a deeper voice, you can change the pitch down a little bit. And then you put your cursor wherever you want the voice to start, and you hit the play bar, and let's listen and see what it sounds like.
I knew there would be trouble when I saw her step out of the car. She looked to be about 16. And maybe 6 months pregnant. A cigarette in one hand, an open beer in the other. I didn't know who she was, and shouldn't have cared. But I did.
So that's what it sounds like with the default David voice. And like I said, you can change the speed of which voice is speaking and the pitch. And we can push the pitch up a little bit. And I'll play just a little bit with a higher pitch.
I watched another girl climb out after her.
And we'll change the rate up a little bit.
Dirty blonde hair, cut short. A skirt showing too much leg, a skull.
So that's what it sounds like when we speed things up. Now let's try a different voice. We're going to try the Microsoft Zera, which is a woman's voice. Notice the rate went back to 0, pitch went back to 0. So when we play it now, it's going to use the default rate and pitch. So let's play that.
I knew there would be trouble when I saw her step out of the car. She looked to be about 16, and maybe 6 months pregnant. A cigarette in one hand.
So that's the way it sounds. It's not bad. And if those are only two voices you have, the first two are pretty good. Like I said before, you can download more voices on the web, and you can also purchase voices. So I have an Australian voice that sounds pretty good. And if I start it here at the beginning, you can see what Australian Lee sounds like.
I knew there would be trouble when I saw her step out of the car. She looked to be about 16, and maybe 6 months pregnant. A cigarette in one hand, an open beer in the other. I didn't know who she was, and shouldn't have cared. But I did.
So that's the Lee voice. Again, having a number of voices allows you to try different sounds to see which one sounds best. So again, this is a free program, and you can find it at this website. The link is down below. So another free service, which has actually a better voice, is available from Amazon. It's called Amazon Polly. And if you have an Amazon AWS account, you can use that. You really don't have to pay anything unless you have a long file. And when you go there, this is what that looks like. Basically the same look as the other one. You choose the language that you want. I'm going to choose English US. Choose the voice you want. I'm going to choose Matthew Mail. Paste in the text that you want to convert, and then click Listen to Speech.
I knew there would be trouble when I saw her step out of the car. She looked to be about 16, and maybe 6 months pregnant. A cigarette in one hand, an open beer in the other. I didn't know who she was, and shouldn't have cared. But I did. I watched another girl climb out after.
You can see Amazon Polly definitely sounds better, and if you have an AWS account, it's worth using the Amazon Polly. One advantage of both programs is once you have the speech the way you want, you can download it to MP3 file or other file formats. Once you've downloaded it, you can import that into your video editing program, or you can use it as a standalone MP3 file. So if you have a book, or if you have a document, or if you're producing videos and you need a way to convert text to speech, these two programs are a good start. This is the first one we looked